Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Some of my friends sent me articles. I think one of them, both of them, I think they were in Spanish, and talking about Zaluzhny, the commander-in-chief of the Ukraine Armed Forces, being in hospital, injured, due to a Russian attack. And it occurred somewhere at the beginning of the month of May this year. That's why we haven't seen him, and he missed that NATO meeting and so on. And then supposedly he was dancing at the wedding of a soldier. Then they showed us some pictures, and I said, well, not convinced. I want to see the guy moving with like contemporary issues, talking about contemporary issues, or maybe with someone who just visits Ukraine, and I know he's visiting, so I have confirmation that it's right now, not something that's going to show me a footage from, I don't know, a month ago or so. I was skeptical, and I didn't want to use those articles in making a video stating that Zaluzhny is in hospital, but now the Russians come and say, we confirm we we attacked him, we injured him. He is incapacitated and he will not be able to do his job again. Supposedly he's got some injuries to his head and other parts, but he's got type B or 2 diabetes. B, I think, is a hepatitis, but anyway. Let's read this article. As I said, these articles come from the evil Russians. So let's start with the Russia Today first. Where are you? Right here. So this article comes from May 24th, 2023, today. Ukraine's top general gravely wounded in Russian strike, RIA Novosti. Valery Zaluzhny won't be able to command Kiev's forces anymore due to head trauma, a source told the agency. General Valery Zaluzhny, commander-in-chief of Ukrainian armed forces, who had disappeared from the public eye in recent weeks, was seriously wounded some weeks ago in a Russian strike near the city of Kherson, a security source told RIA Novosti. The Spanish articles that my friends gave me, and I thank them, I think mentioned the date of the 5th of May. Zaluzhny suffered a head trauma and numerous sharpened wounds in early May in a missile attack on a Ukrainian command post not far from the village of Posad Pokrovskoye, the agency reported on Wednesday. The general had undergone a craniotomy at a military hospital in Kiev after the strike. Supposedly the wife of Zaluzhny came over there and stayed about 5 hours. That's how they said, well, maybe that's another confirmation that he is in the hospital. The source claimed the prognosis by the doctors is that the 49-year-old is going to live, but won't be able to execute his duties as commander anymore. He added, Zaluzhny's conditions is further complicated by the fact that he is an underlying condition, namely diabetes. Has an underlying condition named diabetes. The agency also reported speculations about Zaluzhny's whereabouts emerged after he refrained from participating in a high-profile NATO meeting of May 10th. I made a video on that, and I said, well, no, you would show up. Where are you? And then after that, we heard from him only through messaging, which I said, well, I can message for my baby doll, and my baby doll can message for me. You know what I mean? The chairman of, his how should I put it, profile in Telegram, on Telegram or wherever else he posted all kind of messages. That's not only he who has access to that, that's the military. So I don't think he's going to be the one who's going to message over there, but I think it's going to be a secretary or another person. Do you think he has time to? I don't think so. He's very busy with the war. And another thing, when he didn't show up at the NATO meeting, virtual meeting, he said that he is very busy with the war and so on. With the next day, the idiots, Ukrainian newspaper, I made a video on that one, showed pictures of him supposedly at the wedding of a soldier the next day. So the day before you were busy, you couldn't attend the NATO meeting, important, but the next day you were ready to have a little party. It was stupid as hell. But anyway, they probably thought the audience is the same. And some of us are like that. So on Saturday, Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Anna Maliar claimed Zaluzhny was in good health and remained in charge of the armed forces. And I think Hannah Maliar also said that she saw him just a few minutes ago, and he's fine. Yeah, you went to hospital and you saw him over there, and he's fine because he's not dead, but you are not lying entirely. The commander-in-chief is in his place. He's doing his job. We just talked, end quote, she wrote on Telegram. Maliar suggested that rumors of Zaluzhny's possible injury or death were being spread by Russia in an attempt to demoralize the Ukrainian forces during the battle for the strategic city of Artyomovsk, which the Ukrainians call Bakhmut. Moscow announced a full capture. Alright, whatever. And anyway, this guy, Zaluzhny, I think he's a message for someone else, which is Zelensky, who after those failed attacks, according to the Russians, to assassinate Putin in Kiev, not yet. In the Kremlin, I think they said, we're going to fuck you up. That's why that night when the attacks of the drones occurred in Moscow, the guy flew to Finland to attend a Nordic something, Northern European something, plus Ukraine. All of a sudden it was a surprise, and then since then he hasn't been around, or I haven't seen him walking around. Only he went to Berlin, he went to London, he went to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, then he went to Hiroshima, and now supposedly he's back in business in the catacombs of somewhere, where I made a video using an article where he was in a basement congratulating the Marines on the Marine Day. He was in the basement somewhere. I don't think he's going to show up walking somewhere again. I think the Russians are after him. Zaluzhny is the one. He's going to be the next one. And they told him, as I said, Russians are consistent in good or bad. They told him, we're going to react. You did this, we're going to react. And I said, this is the reaction. They're going to take them out. And they're going to say, do it again. Whomever is going to try to do this, we're going to do the same thing to you. There's going to be a big signal. It's not going to be only Zaluzhny. I think it's going to be Zelensky. And Zelensky already has diapers on because he has a diarrhea since then, being afraid that he's going to be blown up. So he should, I think, because these guys are not kidding. Now, that was the Russia Today, and this is obviously Sputnik. Not that this using two articles from the same source basically will make it more credible. I'm just using so you see that these guys are stating this finally, not let other minor, I would say, media outlets claiming things. Ukraine top general Zaluzhny injured in Russian missile strike in early May, source. So it's nothing else here. The forecast is that he will leave, but he will not be able to do his job, the representative concluded. So the condition of Ukrainian commander-in-chief is complicated by the presence of an underlying disease of type 2 diabetes, the sources said. First aid was provided to Zaluzhny in Nikolaev in order to stop the bleeding. He had a cranial transplantation done in the Kiev military hospital. Trepantation, the representative said. So what happened, they say that the commander of the Ukrainian armed forces, this guy give a little bit more details on what happened. They claim Valery Zaluzhny received a head injury and a shrapnel wounds as a result of Russia's missile strike in early May, a representative of Russian law enforcement agencies told Sputnik on Wednesday, citing Ukrainian military sources. So they say, well, we got it from the Ukrainian military sources. So this is what's going on over there. I said it when I saw him canceling his virtual appearance for what? An hour, I would say. Just say, hey, I'm very busy. Hey, how are you? Let's see what's the main point. See you next time. Here is my subordinate who takes over, like he did, and see you later. He didn't even show up, and since then he was not shown. So I said, you don't cancel that. You do not cancel it because of the problems on the front. Remember, you delegate power, authority. You're the general, but there are many other generals, lieutenants, colonels, mayors, majors, and so on. Majors, in Romanian, mayor, majors, and so on. So I said that's a big problem. I'm gonna weight, and I think this is accurate. I think he's wounded. I don't know if he's alive or not. They say he is. I think he was up. And let's put it this way. He was, from all the panoply of the Ukrainian leaders, sorry, not Ukrainian leaders, people in control of the Ukrainian nation, we have to make a distinction a little bit here, he was the only one that I personally did not have anything, he didn't say anything stupid, let's put it this way. He was the most honorable from my perspective. He never came and said something stupid or evil, or we're going to pick them up, we're going to hang them all by their balls in the Red Square, anything like that. Or yeah, we're going to do. He was a professional. I like the guy from that perspective. Everybody else, Budanov, Zelensky, Shmihal, Reznikov, and Ignat, all these guys that are the other ones, Danilov, especially Danilov, they are, they fucked up so many times that for me is like very, very, so, but as someone said, or it was not someone, it was Bob Dylan, Robert Zimmerman by the true name. He said that, well, when I see all these guys, I think that he was someone else. But anyway, I think he was. So he said, when I see all these Elvis impersonators, I wish that Elvis was alive and all these impersonators would not be around. He didn't mean they were dead, but So the same here. I wish that Zelensky, you got my point. Zaluzhny would be in good shape. And I will not continue with what Dylan said or whoever, Zimmerman. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.